Sorry about that. Good afternoon and welcome to this edition of DMS 3000 News Live. It is episode 86 on this Thursday, December 14th, 2023. And I am your host today, Jason DeCanio. Yes, welcome back to the show here. Sorry we were not with you yesterday. We had some fantastical technical difficulties. And by that I mean I had no internet. And without any internet, well, for the love of it, actually, you cannot, you cannot do anything as far as run a show. You can't do it. It's next to impossible. Yeah. So right at 4 o'clock yesterday, when we were just about to go on, the internet crashed, and it took forever to get it back. David came on here, did a little bit of a commentary. The show got canceled, so we rebroadcast episode 86, and we have it now for you in its entirety for the next hour and a half. All right, we're going to be going ahead and looking at our fantastic articles today, and the first one up is, this is the real reason you believe in superstitions. Science says there's a reason behind this. There's always a reason behind everything. We're going to look at it and give you the real reason why you believe in it, regardless if you say you do or not. And then guess which one came first, the movie or the play? Well, we're going to give you that information as well. And then you always wanted to know the difference between Amazon Music and Spotify. Well, there's a difference, just like Coke Zero and Diet Coke. We're going to give you that difference as well. And a whole bit of other great stuff is on the show, too. We also have headlines, sports, and other important information, including yesterday's basketball games, which were good ones indeed. We'll also have what day is today, the motivation of the day, and all that and more in the next hour and a half. But we're going to go ahead and start off with the headline, sports, and other important information. So let's pull that up right now. Get you going here. Of course, all of our headlines is from the NPR. So let's go ahead and look at it. Shameless, Reporters Without Borders rebukes X, that's Twitter, for claiming to support it. X recently claimed to support the press advocacy group Reporters Without Borders, which in response called X a haven for disinformation. Yeah, well, Supreme Court leaves Illinois semi-automatic gun ban in place. 2 lower courts have upheld the law, and Thursday's Supreme Court action marked the second time in 6 months that the justices have declined to intervene. A man has been charged in the killing of Detroit synagogue president Samantha Woll. Woll was found dead of stab wounds outside of her home on October 21st. Authorities charged the 28-year-old man with felony murder committed during a break-in and says there's no evidence it was a hate crime. In a 4-hour press conference, a confident Putin vows the Ukrainian war will go on. Russian President Vladimir Putin resumed his traditional year-end press conference after canceling last year when Russia was doing badly on the battlefield. He combined it with a call-in program. With a rising death toll, Kenya's military evacuates people from flood-hit areas. The floods have killed at least 170 and displaced more than 600,000 since the onset of heavy rains in November. Up first briefing, Supreme Court to hear abortion pill. Putin's news conference, we've already looked at that. From a surprising long COVID theory to the new cow flu, the 5 top viral posts in 2023. The pandemic state of emergency was lifted, but there are still plenty of viruses to worry about. Here are some highlights of our viral coverage this year, including NPR's Hidden Viruses series. These are some Christian traditions around the world, from fistfights to KFC. And some of these traditions' origin stories and how they are implemented can vary from religion or households, but they nonetheless help bring holiday cheer to those who celebrate. Away from Gaza, homes in South Lebanon bear the scars of Israel's other front line. A farming village in southern Lebanon sits on the edge of a parallel conflict to the war in Gaza, with Hezbollah militants fighting with Israel. Some Lebanese hold out hope for a permanent truce. Ohio prosecutors broke rules to win convictions and got away with it. About 100 prosecutors across Ohio violated standards meant to protect the defendant's civil rights in criminal trials. An investigation by NPR and its reporting partners found some did so repeatedly. Prisoners are suing Alabama over forced labor, calling it a form of slavery. In a lawsuit filed this week, a group of current and former Alabama prisoners say they have been coerced into providing cheap labor to the state and to private employers. Israel is using an artificial intelligence system to find targets in Gaza. Experts say it's just the start. Israel's military says the system makes it more efficient and reduces collateral damage. Critics see a host of problems with the nation's use of artificial intelligence, but other militaries will likely follow suit. Australian court tosses women's 2-decade-old convictions in deaths over her 4 children. Kathleen Folbig already was pardoned and released from prison in June based on new scientific evidence that her 4 children may have died from natural causes, as she has insisted. And people have been searching for this song from the X-Files for 25 years until now. A song played in the background of one episode has fascinated and eluded fans for more than 2 decades as they sought to track it and the musicians down. Now that mystery has finally been solved. Fake social media accounts are targeting Taiwan's presidential election. The influence operation identified by Graphika researchers involved a network of more than 800 fake Facebook accounts that reposted Chinese language, TikTok, and YouTube videos about Taiwanese politics. 10 years later, the Beyonce surprise drop still offers lessons about control. On December 13th of 2013, Beyonce fans got a holiday gift no one expected. A decade later, the artistic and economic impact of her 5th album is still reverberating. Technology to stop drunk drivers could be coming to every new car in the nation. Federal regulators have taken a first step toward making technology that prevents drunk driving standard in new cars. The goal was to help end a problem that claimed more than 13,000 lives last year. 5 things to know about the latest abortion case in Texas. The case involves just one abortion, but it's likely to have wider implications in the state with some of the strictest abortion laws in the country. Your guide to Wednesday's Geminide meteor shower. One of the best and most reliable meteor showers of the year peaks Wednesday night and Thursday morning, and with the moon only a sliver full, viewing conditions should be close to ideal. The Fed is probably done raising interest rates and could cut them next year. The Federal Reserve held interest rates steady on Wednesday amid signs of easing inflation. The central bank signaled that its benchmark borrowing rate may start to fall next year. She died in a hotel's walk-in freezer. Her family will receive more than $6 million. Kanika Jenkins had gone to the Crown Plaza Chicago O'Hare Hotel in Rosemont, Illinois for a late-night party. Her mother quickly realized something was wrong. And those are the stories for the headlines today, December 14th, 2023. We are 11 days officially to Christmas Day, 10 days to Christmas Eve. So we have some important information for you in just a little bit. But right now we go to NBA scores. And there's a lot of going on tonight in the NBA. But let's look at the scores from last night. Yesterday, the Pelicans beat the Wizards by 20 in Washington, 142-122. 76ers keep winning. They defeat the lowly Pistons, who have lost 20 in a row. Yes, the Pistons have lost 20 in a row. And they lose again to the 76ers, 129-111. Hawks lose to the Raptors, 135-128. It was the Heat over the Hornets, 115-104. Lakers defeat the Spurs in San Antonio, 122-119. Bucks over the Pacers, 140-126. Rockets, 117. Grizzlies, 104. The Jazz upset the Knicks in Utah, 117-113. And the Suns lose to the Nets. The Nets come into Phoenix and defeat them by 4, 116-112 to go to 13-10 on the season so far in 23 games. I'm very proud of my Nets right now. 3 games over 500, but already in double digits going into the month of January. So with 82 games and they play 23 of them and they're 13-10, you got to love the odds. They're looking really good. Today's games have the Cavaliers facing the Celtics at 7:30 in Boston. Bulls will go to Miami for the Heat at 7:30. Timberwolves will face the Mavericks at 8:30. Nets will face the Nuggets at 9 o'clock. Jazz against the Trailblazers at 10 o'clock in Portland. The Kings will host the Thunder at 10 o'clock. And at 10:30, the Clippers will take on the Warriors in L.A. at the Staples Center. Now it's time to look at NHL scores. And let's take a look and see what's going on here. We have a whole bunch of stuff from yesterday, I would hope. Let's see what we've got here. Penguins defeat the Canadiens 4-3 in the final in shootout time as the Canadiens lose. Penguins get the 2 points. Canadiens get 1 point. Devils in OT beat the Bruins 2-1. Ho ho! And the Devils get the 2 points they solely need. It was the Islanders 4, the Ducks 3, Avalanche 5, Sabres 1, and the Jets beat the Kings in LA 5-2. Tonight's games have the Capitals against the Flyers in Philly at 7 o'clock. Face-off between the Maple Leafs and the Blue Jackets in Toronto at 7:30. Red Wings will face the Hurricanes in Detroit. The Wild will host the Flames in Minnesota at 8 o'clock. Also, the Blues and the Senators in St. Louis at 8 o'clock. At 9 o'clock, the Oilers will host the Lightning in Edmonton. And at 10 o'clock, the Canucks will take on the Florida Panthers in Vancouver. The Kraken will host the Blackhawks in Seattle at 10 o'clock tonight. Looking really good. You can also check the standings as well. All right, so that is a look at the sports. And now for some important information for you that needs to be addressed. Yesterday, I had a very disturbing thing happen to me before we went on the air to wipe those tears. I have probably close to over 500 Facebook friends on Facebook. And a lot of you probably have Facebook too. I've had Facebook for the last 14 years. Without it, it's pretty much, I cannot get the amount of coverage I need in my group pages to spread the kind of information I'm trying to get to everybody via YouTube and other social media platforms. I pretty much interact them. One of my so-called Facebook friends who really wasn't responding, hadn't responded since almost a year, got his account hacked. And wouldn't you know it, the hacker uses my ex-friend's account. The hacker messaged me last night, says, "I need your help." I said, "Okay, what's up?" "I got a login code here, and I need you to share with me so I can get back in." And I look at the login code, and it says, "Do not share, and do not give out this login code." Because what would happen then if I gave out that code to the hacker? He'd hack my account. Yes! I told the scammer to go F off and blocked the account. So to my friend John Healy, if you are listening right now, get your account, make another account, make a clean account, change your password. And for all those people who have got hacked accounts, do yourself a favor and just make a brand new account, because at this point, the hackers seem to think that they can just start taking over everybody's accounts. We're not going to let that happen. And I'm going to start exposing those son of a guns who think they can do that. If I catch anybody hacking Facebook accounts and asking me for login codes, you're going to hear an earful from me. You understand? You understand very clearly there, you scumbags? Yes. Okay? So get this clear. I don't give no login information. You will never hack my account. And don't think for 1 second that you're going to try, because I'm too smart for you. All right? Merry Christmas. That's all I got to say. 4:15 right now at the WJDC studios. When we come back, we're going to look at what day is today. And then, of course, our first article, which is "The Real Reason You Believe in Superstitions," says scientist. We'll be right back right after this.
Wednesday, it's two best-loved holiday classics.
Good grief.
And good cheer. It's the Peanuts Gang's Christmas Spectacular. But what's Linus's secret of Yuletide spirit?
I can tell you what Christmas is all about.
A Charlie Brown Christmas. Then, 'Twas the Night Before Christmas. Who can save St. Nick in the nick of time?
3 seconds to Christmas.
Wednesday.
You better watch out. You better be good.
Can I take something out for you?
you better not live in the neighborhood, because the Griswolds are spending Christmas at home.
We didn't come to impose.
Oh, hell, there's plenty of room.
Can I refill your eggnog for you? Drive you out to the middle of nowhere, leave you for dead?
Chevy Chase.
Everybody come out quick, look at the lights.
National Lampoon's Christmas Vacation. Starts Friday, December 1st at a theater near you.
This year, give someone special a taste of adventure with gift certificates from Red Lobster. Give something special to the seafood lovers on your list. Red Lobster $5 and $10 gift certificates.
Discover all we do.
What a delicious idea.
For the seafood lover in you.
Two Guys says, for Christmas fun, Polaroid's the one. Here's the world's simplest camera, the Polaroid One Step. Two Guys' low price, just $25.88. And here's the finest instant camera in the world, Polaroid's Alpha Sonar One Step. At Two Guys, it's just $159.88. Stop in now and ask about Polaroid's free film and flash bar offers.
We save money for you at Two Guys, naturally.
From the Magic Kingdom, Sunbanks wish you and your family all the joys, hopes, and love of this cherished holiday season. Season's greetings from Sunbanks, the official bank of the Magic Kingdom at Walt Disney World.
'Twas the holiday season, and all through the place, people gathered together for lemon lime taste. And the taste that was chosen by glassful and cup was the great taste of Lyman that beat 7-Up. Only Sprite has the Lyman, and so you can see its taste is unique in a drink caffeine-free. So this holiday season, rejoice and delight. Season's greetings to all, and to all a good Sprite.
There's only Sprite for you.
We'd like to remind you that a gift from Hickory Farms of Ohio can say Merry Christmas to someone rather tough to buy for. It can say nice job to that hard-working secretary, or we miss you to relatives who can't make it in for the holidays. But at Hickory Farms, our gifts also say something about the person who gives them.
Come to Hickory Farms.
Hello, Marge. We love it.
We'll give you a taste of old-time country goodness. I've been away so long, but no matter where I've gone, I'm never away for the holidays. I'm bringing Christmas home.
This Christmas, bring home men's fragrances. Boxed gift sets are now 20% off at Target.
Target, bringing Christmas home.
11 days to Christmas time, and we've got a great holiday today to celebrate for you. Might be a little bit early, but still, it's a good one. Roast Chestnuts Day is today, and if you're in the mood for some chestnuts, we've got a fantastic little history to give you right now. Yes, all as this is the season to be jolly, Roast Chestnuts Day comes at a perfect time for the holiday season. Roasted chestnuts often fill the air with their earthly scent as they're cooked by street vendors during December. And not only this, but the delicious snack keeps the cold away for those in the Northern Hemisphere. While the day is a relatively new celebration, the tradition of roasting chestnuts has been around for a long time. When they are roasted, the natural sweetness of the nut is revealed, delighting our taste buds. We have a lot of cultures in history to thank for learning how to roast chestnuts, bringing us the Roast Chestnuts Day we have today. Chestnuts hail from a tree indigenous to the Americas and Asia, and there is a multitude of species that mankind has been harvesting for centuries. The Native Americans had been consuming them long before the first European settlers arrived. The Europeans, in turn, were introduced to the chestnut from Sardis. Sardis was an ancient capital which is now part of eastern Turkey. It was an important city of the Persian Empire until it fell to Alexander the Great in 334 BC. Alexander the Great, one of the world's greatest military generals, together with the Romans, planted chestnuts throughout Europe. The trees were spread throughout the mountainous Mediterranean regions where certain grains could not grow well. Chestnuts became a staple food source for locals and a valuable item in bartering. The ancient Greeks ground them into flour and made chestnut bread. Some species of chestnut trees were grown for their wood as well. The United States produces only 1% of the world's chestnut production. So China is the world's leader, even though most American chestnuts are imported from Italy. American chestnuts were decimated by a deadly blight, which ravaged the trees during the early 1900s. Approximately 4 billion chestnut trees succumbed, and their recovery has been mediocre. Chestnuts have a soily, mildewy taste, and although they can be eaten hot off the coals, they are better eaten with herbs and stuffing or other dishes. Soon after roasting, the nuts can become so hard they could break a tooth if bitten down on too forcefully. However, it's still possible to chop them. Some larger grocery stores and most Italian markets leave the chestnuts in their shells, and others sell unshelled chestnuts in a can, which are much softer. Roasting them became a popular treat, as heard in one of Nat King Cole's songs in which he warmly crooned, "Chestnuts roasting on an open fire." Yeah, I'm no Nat King Cole either. The first appearance of roasted chestnuts is a mystery, though they were thought to signify chastity for Christians. Some believe they had already made an appearance during the 16th century as a street snack in Rome. Now, roasted chestnuts continue to remind many of the holiday season, winter, and Christmas. So it all starts in 334 BC. Pride of an ancient city, the Europeans are introduced to the chestnuts from Sardis. I wonder if that's where they got sardines from, Sardis, And I don't know. An ancient capital import to the Persian Empire, and discover the Native Americans have been consuming them for thousands of years. And then go to 400 BC. Alexander the Great and the Romans plant chestnut trees across the Mediterranean, making the chestnut a staple food source in Greece and a valuable item for bartering. And then go to 1904, the Great Chestnut Blight. Yes, a chestnut blight spreads across North America after an infection is discovered, wiping out 4 billion chestnut trees. Whew, terrible. 1946, chestnuts are roasting on an open fire as Nat King Cole, an American singer and jazz pianist, releases the Christmas song with his trio, creating a popular association with roasted chestnuts and Christmas. Thank you, Nat King Cole, for that fantastic song. It's wonderful to reminisce with you. So how are you going to celebrate the day? Well, learn how to roast chestnuts, both plain and seasoned. And there is an art to roasting chestnuts, but it's easier than you might think. You can make roasted chestnut soup, roasted chestnut cookies, or mini bundt chestnut roasts. The choice is endless, really. And it's a perfect way to celebrate the holiday season with family and friends. Roasted chestnuts are not only delicious, they are good for your health. And thousands of years ago, chestnuts were a typical food source for those living near the Mediterranean Sea because inhabitants weren't able to grow other grains. So they feasted on these nuts, thanks to their fat, fiber, mineral, and vitamin content. Full of vitamin C, folate, potassium, copper, selenium, and manganese. Yes, manganese. This versatile food is a good source of nutrients. And people now mostly associate roasted chestnuts with Nat King Cole's 1946 hit, The Christmas Song, which mentions chestnuts roasting by the fire. Pop on the original track, gather around the fireplace, and roast some chestnuts with family or friends to mark the occasion. It's not only cozy, but also delicious. There are other pop versions of the song too, but then they're by various mainstream artists, but it's always nice to play the original. Here's 5 amazing facts about the chestnut. The lifespan of an average chestnut tree can be anywhere from 200 to 800 years. And I wonder, just like wine, if the 800-year-old trees have a better tasting nut than the 200-year-old tree. The oldest chestnut tree and the largest known chestnut tree can be found in Sicily, which is thought to be between 2,000 and 4,000 years old. Wow. And they're full of vitamin C, full of the good stuff. And to the early Christians, chestnuts symbolize chastity. And in Japan, chestnuts represent mastery and strength and are traditionally served at New Year's. And why we love Roast Chestnuts Day. Roasting chestnuts by the fire has become a mainstream symbol of Christmas and the holiday season in America and Europe. The warm, earthly scent often fills the air on the streets while being cooked and reminds us of all good and happy things. It's one of the most common Christmas and holiday snack traditions, and we can understand why, because they are delicious. Is there something cozier during the winter months than sitting by the fireplace and roasting chestnuts? Because we can't accurately describe this feeling in English, the Danes have a word for it, and it's perfect. Hygge is a Danish term, or hygge, and meaning the quality of coziness that brings about a sense of comfort, contentment, and well-being. We think this is the best way to describe roasting chestnuts by the fire with family and friends. Roasted chestnuts are not only delicious, with sweet, natural taste of the chestnuts filling our mouths, chestnuts are also very good for our health. And chestnuts have sustained people for thousands and thousands of years and were a staple food because Europe grew so much and gave them to them and said, here, enjoy, with the benefits. Chestnuts are good for our digestive health, energy levels, bones, immunity, and hearts. There's almost no reason not to eat chestnuts, so why not indulge in them, not only today, but every day. There you have it, friends. Roasted Chestnuts Day in all of its glory. Wow. Little bit of history about that. Fantastic. And we hope that maybe you'll get some inspiration to go roast some chestnuts too, not only today, but on Christmas Day as well. All right, 4:28 coming up to the bottom of the first hour, and we're going to look at that reason, that real reason why you believe in superstitions. Scientists say there's a reason to it. We're going to give you that reason. And then, which came first, the movie or the play? We'll see what happens. Can you decide? Take a guess. Leave it in the comment section and see if you can see which one came first, the movie or the play. We'll be back with more of DMS 3000 News Live right after this.
There's more for your Christmas at Sears.
Keep them snug and warm in Sears' best Fieldmaster flannel shirts. On sale this week, save $5. Quilt Line, save $7. And save $5 on rugged Roebuck jeans. Now just $10.99. 100% cotton, great comfort, great fit. You'll wrap up a beautiful Christmas because
there's more for your life at Sears.
Low prices. At Gemco, our aim is to give our members the lowest prices.
An authentic Pachinko game is yours for just $34.87. The Mura High Stepper AM/FM Pocket Stereo with headset, just $34.96. This heavy-duty jogging trampoline, just $59.97. Or Milton Bradley's zany Operation Game, only $6.97.
Come on in to Gemco. At Gemco, our aim is to give our members the lowest prices.
Know what you're getting me for Christmas?
Yep.
Got a motor?
Yep.
Bucket seats?
No seats.
You stand up in it?
Nobody ever has.
Give me a hint.
Well, you press a button and it gives you a prize.
You got me a gumball machine.
It's a lot of fun for everybody. It's the simplest one in the world.
It's got a motor. You press a button. It's the simplest one in the world. You didn't.
It's one step.
But you get those free.
A little boy is blinded in a storm.
I can't see.
And Sister Teresa teaches him the beauty of the first Christmas snow.
Sunday at 7 on Channel 47.
Santa's got the blues, and if he stays home, there'll be no Christmas.
What?
Mrs. Claus sets out to bring home some Christmas joy.
Sunday at 7:30.
Right now, wrap up a beautiful Christmas at Sears. Save $100 on this 19-inch color TV with electronic quartz precision tuning and automatic one-button color. Now $399.95. Save $250 on this video recorder with visual search. And save $120 on this cassette and 8-track stereo. Records on cassette and has digital frequency readout. For holiday savings throughout the store, you can count on Sears.
Everyone at Mervyn's and TV5 would like to wish you a happy and safe holiday season.
Well, Chris, what are we going to get for Grandma this year?
A football!
For Grandma?
Yeah. A puppy?
I don't think so.
A Kodak camera.
Now you're cooking. Of all the gifts you can give, here's one everybody likes. The Kodak Extralight 10 camera. It's got electronic flash built right in, so you're always ready in a flash. It's Kodak's most popular pocket camera. Right, Chris?
Right, but there's still nothing wrong with the football.
Kodak, America's storyteller.
Mom, how do you know who to send Christmas cards to?
Well, there's the people you love.
Like Grandma.
Like Grandma. And there's friends that you miss.
How about new friends?
Sure, that's especially nice.
I have someone I want to send a Christmas card to, okay? Okay.
This Christmas, the people you love would love to hear from you. Don't forget them. Give Hallmark Christmas cards when you care enough to send the very best.
Are you the one who put these away last year?
Look at the angel of light.
This is it. Ready? 1, 2, 3.
When you gather round for the holidays, there's no better beer to have around than Michelob. Look for our tree at your store and have a happy holiday.
Most Americans know superstitions are nonsense, but why do more than 50% of people still believe in them? Well, Juliana LaBlanca is going to give us the reason and why scientists think that you are still believing in them even after all these years. By their very definition, according to Merriam-Webster, superstitions are nonsensical, a belief or practice resulting from ignorance, fear of the unknown, trust in magic or chance, or a false conception of causation. In other words, a superstition is an action that is inconsistent with science. Stuart Weiss, who is a psychologist and professor at Connecticut College, told CBS. Still, for a set of supposedly irrational beliefs, superstitions have a surprisingly large following. An estimated 17 to 21 million people in America are afraid of Friday the 13th. 74% of those in the UK say they knock on wood to avoid bad luck, and 13% of Americans cringe at the sight of a black cat. So why does more than 50% of the country, as per a recent Gallup poll, consider themselves superstitious? And why, even when people don't truly believe superstitions can impact our fate, do they continue to participate in them? For one, superstitions have been ingrained in our lives since the very beginning. People teach them to us when we're young. Weiss, the author of Believe in Magic, The Psychology of Superstition, told Lifehacker, they're part of the lore of any culture. The basic process of socialization is a major part of it. Secondly, they can be a soothing control mechanism. We live in a world where you can't always control the outcome, says Weiss. Superstitions tend to emerge in these and those contexts. You do everything you possibly can to ensure that things will work out. Together, those two factors have made a very real impact. One of the interesting things about superstitions is their seemingly arbitrary nature. Tom Gilovich, a psychology professor at Cornell University, told CBS, like, why 13? Why black cats? Why can't you walk under that ladder? It has no rational bearing. Yet somehow you feel like you're tempting fate, and the outcome, a bad outcome, that could befall you is going to be worse because you deliberately did something that people say you shouldn't do. Evolution might also be at a play here. A prehistoric human might associate rustling grass with the approach of a predator and hide. Most of the time, the wind will have caused the sound, but if a group of lions is coming, there's a huge benefit to not being around. Kevin Foster, an evolutionary biologist at Harvard University, told The New Scientist. Speaking of the benefit of superstitions, many of the ones that indicate good fortune, a lucky penny or a trusty charm bracelet, can have their perks. In one study published in Psychological Science, researchers gave golf balls to all of their participants and told half that their golf ball was lucky. The subjects with the lucky golf balls made 35% more successful putts. Feeling lucky gave them a better sense of self-efficacy, a belief in your own competence, which then enhanced their performance with the golf playing. Matthew Hudson, science writer and author of The 7 Laws of Magical Thinking, told Lifehacker about the study. The same researcher did several other experiments where she crossed fingers for them or the subjects, and they had lucky charms on them. Their superstition helped them perform better on certain cognitive tasks, memory games, and physical tasks as well. So go ahead and wear your trusty charm bracelet and ditch your fear of Friday the 13th. It could bring you a little bit of, dare we say, luck, because let's face it, some pretty bizarre things have happened on Friday the 13th. We'll be right back with our next article right after this.
This Christmas, give a gift of quality from Hills. Video game cartridges from Coleco, Cosmic Avenger, Ladybug, Smurf, Venture, the popular Donkey Kong, and more. Hills has Coleco game cartridges to fit your Atari, television, and ColecoVision systems for fun you can share. That's the magic of Christmas giving. And Hills' low price, that's the spirit of savings. When you really need a low price, Hills really has it every day.
Kate and I believe in solid things with real value. So we've invested a lot in this great old place. But I still saved enough to give Kate diamonds this Christmas. And I made the most of it at Zales. I got a great buy and Zales 90-day refund policy. And this, she'll love it.
This is for you.
And this is for you.
Zales, the diamond store, is all you need to know for Christmas.
You want to know why I'm working so hard? I'm changing your Genovese drugstore into your Genovese Christmas store with your choice of holiday specials, all at the low Genovese prices you love. Like these Clairol chlorine products, shampoo 6.8 ounce, $3.99, conditioner 4.2 ounce, $2.79. And check this Genovese Christmas circular for other great gift ideas, all at super savings. Genovese, a real drugstore, is now your Christmas store.
This Christmas, give the gift of learning and dreaming with the learning tools from Texas Instruments. DataMan, with exciting math games and activities to open young minds to the wonder of numbers. And for high school students, the TI-30 helps them understand how math can build the beginning of a dream. The TI-30 and DataMan, in the tradition of the little professor from Texas Instruments, innovators in personal electronics.
Deck the halls with M&M's, M&M's, and M&M's. Entertain with M&M's, M&M's, and M&M's. Give 'em as a holiday favor, M&M's, M&M's, and M&M's. Fill your shopping days with flavor, M&M's, and M&M's.
M&M candies. The milk chocolate melts in your mouth, not in your hands.
M&M's and M&M's.
This holiday season, Bill Murray gets Scrooged.
You are going to be visited by 3 ghosts.
A ghost?
Tomorrow at noon.
And tomorrow's bad for me, Lou. As a matter of fact, the whole rest of the week is a washout.
So don't miss the party. Scrooged.
Hey, back off, big man. I may work with the chicks, but not with me.
Rated PG-13. Starts Wednesday, November 23rd at theaters everywhere.
Twas the
night before Christmas, when all through the home, floppy reindeer from Hallmark were starting to roll. Good old Rodney and Rhonda are leading the way. Now meet Randy and Ramona. They're new to the fray, spinning holiday carols of Catching a Wave, getting decked in the hall. Is how reindeer behave. So get a little floppy is what we suggest. Go to Hallmark when you care enough to send the very best.
Coors to you. Coors to you. Coors to you this holiday. The best of the Rockies is yours. Coors to you this holiday.
The clean, fresh taste of the Rockies, 12 at a time, from Coors, all the way to you.
The best of the Rockies is yours.
They may be on opposite coasts, but Hollywood and Broadway have always intermingled, with plays making their way to the big screen and feature films being adapted to the stage. Can you guess how each of these stories started? Well, Kelly Bryant's going to give you the information. She wrote this article back on the 15th of March this year, so let's see which one came first, the movie or the play. Well, Danny and Sandy's high school romance is one for the ages in Greece, with the iconic soundtrack that clearly worked well for both stage and screen. But where, oh where, did the Pink Ladies and T-Birds strut their stuff first? According to the Internet Broadway database, that's the IBDB, Grease first landed on Broadway in 1972, while the feature film version starring John Travolta and Olivia Newton-John didn't hit theaters until 1978. Fun fact, Jeff Conaway, best known as Kaniki in the movie, was the understudy for Danny Zuko and a host of other male characters when it debuted as a musical. Find out if this classic made the top 10 of the best musicals of all time. And Sunset Boulevard, with music by the incomparable Andrew Lloyd Webber. This movie wowed audiences on Broadway beginning in 1994 at the Minskoff Theater. The film, however, premiered 44 years earlier in 1950, starring Gloria Swanson and William Holden. It makes sense that a Hollywood story would have laid its roots in Tinseltown, but the masterful drama always seemed destined for the live stage. And Newsies, based on the New York City newsboy strike of 1899, this musical feels like a musical that would have origins on Broadway. Surprisingly, that's not the case. The story, directed by Kenny Ortega of Dirty Dancing fame, first enamored audiences on the big screen in 1992, with a young Christian Bale among its stars. And the musical didn't arrive on the stage until 2014 with music by Alan Menken. And Dreamgirls, the 2006 feature film, made a star of American Idol alumni Jennifer Hudson and allowed Beyonce to test her acting chops alongside Jamie Foxx. Although the movie made a huge impact on audiences, it was actually based on the 1981 Broadway musical of the same name. According to IBDB, Dreamgirls had its opening night on December 21st at the Imperial Theater in New York. Feeling a little behind on your Broadway musical knowledge? Here are 20 classic productions worthy of your time. If you click on the little icon here, you'll be able to go to that and see those classic productions. Number 5 is Hairspray. Ricki Lake was the first actress to take a turn as Tracy Turnblad, the vivacious teenager who feels empowered to educate 1960s Baltimore on integration. But did Ricki first play the role on film or the stage? Well, Hairspray, directed by John Waters, landed in theaters in 1988. The Broadway musical didn't kick off until August of 2002 at the Neil Simon Theater. It dazzled audiences until the curtains closed in 2009. Next up is West Side Story. When you're a jet all the way to the great wide way, where the musical made its 1957 debut at the Broadway Theater. The film adaptation didn't hit theaters until 1961. It starred Natalie Wood and Richard Beymer as Maria and Tony, respectively. The musical has been brought back to Broadway many times over the years. taking home 2 Tonys in 1958 for Best Choreography and Best Scenic Design, according to Broadway World. Number 7 is Thoroughly Modern Millie. Set in New York City during the Roaring '20s, the story follows the life and times of one Millie Dilmont, who has embraced life as a modern gal in style, but sets her sights on marrying her wealthy boss. Julie Andrews originated the role of Millie in the 1967 feature film whose tagline touted it as the happiest motion picture of the year. And decades later, in 2002, Thoroughly Modern Millie found a home on Broadway at the Marquis Theater. Now, the story of Once. Where did audiences first fall in love with Once? A musical about a couple who craft beautiful songs that detail their romance. If this one has you stumped, you're not alone. The sweet story screams both Hollywood and Broadway, but the big screen got it first. The film premiered in 2007, but the stage show didn't debut until 2012, enjoying a 3-year run plus a touring production. Check out our list of the best movie musicals of all time. We'll look at that later on. Funny Girl, it's almost impossible not to think of Barbra Streisand when you hear the title Funny Girl. She's synonymous with the lead character Fanny Brice, which earned her a Best Actress Oscar. She tied with Katharine Hepburn for The Lion in Winter. But before she earned the Academy Award, Streisand starred as Fanny on Broadway, originating the role in the stage version in 1964. So it was on the stage first. Aha. Interesting. I'm wondering if, see, that one. Okay, so they didn't put that one up until there. 42nd Street. Yes, the musical comedy about the trials and tribulations of Broadway must have started on the stage, right? Nope. 42nd Street began as a Hollywood motion picture in 1933, becoming an instant classic. It wasn't until 1980 that the story jumped off the big screen and onto the stage at the Majestic Theater. The show enjoyed a revival in 2001 at the Ford Center for the Performing Arts. And while 42nd Street provided some incredible music, learn more about these movies with outstanding soundtracks. A poignant story about an impoverished black family living in the south side of Chicago, A Raisin in the Sun made its Broadway debut in March of 1959. Playwright Lorraine Hansberry adapted the piece for film, and it premiered on the big screen in 1961. The movie, which starred the legendary Sidney Poitier, was nominated for 2 Golden Globe Awards in 1962, but it failed to take home a statue. This Kevin Bacon vehicle had audiences tapping their toes and singing along with its quintessential 80s soundtrack. Footloose opened in movie theaters in 1984. The cult classic even inspired a remake in 2011, but it hit Broadway in October of 1998, premiering at the Richard Rodgers Theater. Here are some classic 80s movies that everyone should watch. And finally, Meet Me in St. Louis has that sort of old-timey style that feels perfectly suited to Broadway. But no, the Judy Garland flick was on MGM's slate of films released in 1944. A Broadway production didn't appear until 1989, and in fact, only enjoyed 252 performances before closing approximately 7 months later in 1990, according to IMDb. There you have it, folks. Some of the interesting movies or plays, a little mix of both. And if you read some of them, they were even books before they even came out to become plays or movies for that matter. I remember reading A Raisin in the Sun, had to for required reading in high school. What a tough book. The movie was fantastic. It was about as close to the book as you could possibly get. One thing about books and movies, if you read something in a book, don't always assume that the movie is going to follow the same flow. The plot may be different. The climax may be different. And the whole story itself might do a complete 360 before your very eyes. So before you think you know everything about the book, watch the movie, compare the two, write them down, and find out if there's any pros or cons that you think might be important in the movie and the book, for that matter. Next up, we're going to look at Amazon Music versus Spotify's music. What's the difference? Oh, there's lots of differences, trust me, in how they plan pricing and do all that other fun stuff as well. It's 10 minutes before 5 o'clock. And of course, when we come back, we'll look at that great third article. More of DMS 3000 News Live right after this.
Wrap up all your holiday shopping with gifts from Ivy's, like this Pierre Cardin Initial reversible belt in leather, just $20. Or sparkling 14-karat gold chains in a variety of styles, now at a savings of 30%. A handsome tone-on-tone shirt from Arrow in cotton polyester, just $20. Easy care mix and match coordinates from Catalina, versatile fashions to go everywhere. Share the Christmas spirit with a gift from Ivy's.
'Twas the holiday season, and Mom was busy as could be baking chocolate chip cookies from a new recipe. Pillsbury's Best Flour gave the Toll House cookie recipe a holiday flavor. From one basic dough, you can make 8 different kinds of delicious Toll House cookies with cinnamon, candy, nuts, and fruit.
If you like Toll House cookies, you'll love this new holiday recipe, only in specially marked sacks of Pillsbury, the idea flour.
This Christmas, give a Radio Shack Petable Portable, the plush animal with a radio hidden inside. To add to your surprise, the cost of our musical menagerie is only $10.95 to $15.95. They're battery-operated safe so young ones can take them to bed. And they're great show-offs in a teenager's room. So give the gift that plays all year, a Petable Portable Radio from the big assortment at Radio Shack. A Tandy Company.
Celebrate the magic of the holidays when one of the greatest Christmas movies of all time returns to television.
I'm dreaming of a white Christmas.
Bing Crosby and Danny Kaye team up for music, romance, and holiday cheer.
Merry Christmas!
In the Irving Berlin masterpiece, White Christmas.
The TV5 movie Friday evening at 9.
This is one Christmas you're not gonna miss, cause I'm gonna get you the Kodak disc. I'm gonna get you the Kodak disc, so you can take pictures as easy as this. Look at all the shots you're not gonna miss when I get you the Kodak disc. The Kodak disc camera loads in a snap, advances automatically, and has a built-in flash. Nothing's easier, nothing's more fun. That's why you're gonna get it. You'll remember Christmas just like this when I get you the Kodak disc.
Merry Christmas, Mommy! Surprise someone with a Whistler's sampler today. Surprise someone with a Whistler's gift. Say Merry Christmas in a special way. Surprise someone with a Whistler's sampler today. Surprise someone with a Whistler's gift. Say Merry Christmas in a special way.
McDonald's gift certificates. Each is worth 50 cents at McDonald's, and a book of 10 costs only $5. Something special for someone special.
At
Can't decide between Amazon Music and Spotify? Well, we compare services, prices, and features to help you decide on this. The article was written by Bryce Gruber at the beginning of this year, January 18th, to give you a breakdown of all the interesting differences between the two. And that's why it's important to find the one that best fits your needs and lifestyle. For streaming, Amazon Music and Spotify currently lead the music subscription services pack. But which one is better? Beyond Amazon Prime benefits, we're breaking down everything you need to know in the great Amazon Music versus Spotify debate, including pricing, features, sound quality, and other features. Just don't forget to learn how to cancel subscriptions on iPhone if you don't want a long-term commitment to a streaming service. So, what's the difference? Well, Amazon Music and Spotify have a long list of similar features and nearly identical song catalogs. However, there are some differences that could sway potential listeners in the direction of one particular service over the other. The key with Amazon Music is the easy compatibility with Alexa, the famous voice assistant so many homes, cars, and tech essentials already use. Accessing Alexa is easy since Amazon Music includes the use of Alexa already built in, which means users can access their favorite streamed music hands-free. If you're often driving, this feature can be especially useful. It works the same way you might use Alexa to operate smart home accessories with commands like, "Hey Alexa, open the garage door," but using commands more like, "Hey Alexa, play some relaxing jazz." Accessing Spotify's smart algorithm is a pleasure if you're more driven by finding genres and podcasts and filtering sounds based on your mood. Playlists on Spotify also offer a function called Enhance, which allows users to invite random songs into playlists that fit the mood and style of the ones you've already marked as your favorites. An option for recently played music is also available, allowing users to review the music they've listened to over the last 3 months of streaming. So here are the prices. You have a $10 minimum plan for Spotify and $9 a month for Amazon Prime members. So you could get both and spend $19 a month between the two and enjoy both of the benefits, or decide which one works best for you. Choose from a range of Amazon Music plans, including free, Amazon Music Prime, Unlimited, Unlimited Family, and Single Device. If you have an Amazon Prime membership, you're already entitled to an expanded music service called Amazon Music Prime as part of your subscription bonuses. It is ad-free, has on-demand access to more than 100 million songs and counting, and is extremely popular because existing Prime members view it as a free benefit. There's actually a free membership as well, Amazon Music Free, that operates the same to radio listening. You can't choose a specific song, but you can go for a genre. If you want access to Amazon's full music library, you'll need to upgrade to the Music Unlimited plan. Expect to pay about $9 per month for the Music Unlimited plan if you're already a Prime member, or about $10 per month if you're not a part of the Prime. College students who are already members of Amazon Prime can activate a major discount on the Amazon Music Unlimited plan, which discounts the monthly to only $1 instead of the usual $9. The family plan costs $16 a month, but allows up to 6 devices to stream at one time. Now, choose Spotify from any of Spotify's multiple plans offerings, including free, premium, premium duo, premium family, and premium student. Spotify's ad-supported option is completely free and may remind you of the once popular Pandora app. That rose to fame thanks to a radio-like algorithm that sorted tunes based on preferred artists and genres. The free Spotify plan lets you listen to any song through the mobile or desktop app in exchange for enduring ads and limiting ability to skip songs. If commercials aren't for you, Spotify's premium plans are commercial-free. They allow more users and invite multiple people in the same house or office to listen at the same time. Also, expect premium to run about $10 per month, with students paying only $5, but premium duo and premium family plans running $13 and $16 per month, respectively. Occasionally, you may find membership incentives and special deals, but they don't happen frequently. Here are the special features. Discover weekly algorithm-based playlists on Spotify, X-ray lyrics, and car mode for Amazon Music. Aside from Amazon's Music's impressive Alexa compatibility, The app's other main feature is something called X-Ray Lyrics. It's a helpful feature for hard-to-decipher songs, which allows lyrics to scroll by almost karaoke style as the song plays. Amazon also introduced car mode to provide a minimally distracting interface that makes driving and listening an easier experience. Spotify's ability to understand what you like listening to boils down to its truly advanced algorithm. Where Amazon may offer you the ability to read lyrics, Spotify is offering you the songs you know you like, plus others that may not have been ever hit charts, but match your taste. It's a fun way to up your cool factor and find emerging artists, listen to classics from bygone eras, and expand your musical horizons. Spotify's additional Discover Weekly feature and other playlists also offer a fun way to test your musical palette without being weighed down by typical top 40 radio mixes, although you can have those if you'd like as well. Here's the app interface. That's what they look like side by side. The Amazon Music mobile app is easy to use and rated well by Amazon customers. The streaming service's desktop app offers a low frills and somewhat bare bones experience. On the other hand, it's a cinch to use Amazon Music through the company's desktop browser, though, so it's confusing why anyone would want to download the desktop app, stick to the Amazon Music mobile app or desktop browser, and just skip the desktop app altogether. And this is where Spotify really takes the cake. Spotify's desktop app is simple to navigate, easier on the eyes than its Amazon counterpart. The Spotify desktop app is miles beyond Amazon's and always offline downloads, additional playlist features, and a system that makes home office listening feel like a professional-grade experience. Its mobile app is similar, configured for easy-to-use features and an uncomplicated design. Here's the sound quality. This is also what I look for, too, when the streaming services come into play. Amazon wins when it comes to paid plans because it offers CD quality music streaming with its Music Unlimited plan memberships. Some of the Music Unlimited songs are even offered in ultra high definition, which is a marked step beyond CD quality. The truth, though, is that the average listener may not be able to detect the difference. Listening in an average set of headphones will sound similar either way, but if you like to stream music to surround sound speakers and specialty audio equip, it may make a major difference. Spotify loses the battle of Amazon's music versus Spotify because they don't offer a CD quality plan of any type. The popular service was said to be releasing a Spotify Hi-Fi plan by the end of 2021 or early 2022, but it hasn't happened yet. Overall, the Amazon Music versus Spotify conundrum boils down to your listening priorities. If you like the convenience of Alexa integration and already use Amazon as a Prime member, Amazon Music is likely your best bet. If you don't already use Amazon services regularly, prefer discovering new music based on your mood and taste, or are opting for an entirely free option, Spotify is probably the right service for you. Either way, happy listening. And Bryce Gruber, he's an expert in gift ideas, shopping, and e-commerce. You've likely seen her work across a variety of women's lifestyle and parenting outlets and on TV shows. She lives and works in New York's Hudson Valley with her 5 small children. And there you have it. Today's articles. And that was a good one, too, if you really like if you like the difference between Amazon Music and Spotify. I happen to have both, but I tend to use Spotify more because I have the free version of it. And even though I'm a Prime member, some of the selections on Amazon Music just don't entice me. If I want to get my music, I'll go to YouTube for that. All right, getting down to it, we're going to look at the motivation of the day. We also have some other great tips for you as well. We also have some things to pass along, and all of this as we conclude our program. But first, we have a message of importance.
Wednesday, it's two best-loved holiday classics.
Good grief.
And good cheer. It's the Peanuts Gang's Christmas Spectacular. But what's Linus's secret of Yuletide spirit?
I can tell you what Christmas is all about.
A Charlie Brown Christmas. Then, 'twas the night before Christmas. Who can save St. Nick in the nick of time?
3 seconds to Christmas.
Wednesday.
You better watch out. You better be good.
Can I take something out for you?
You better not live in the neighborhood, because the Griswolds are spending Christmas at home.
We didn't come to impose. Oh, hell, there's plenty of room. Can I refill your eggnog for you? Drive you out to the middle of nowhere, leave you for dead?
Chevy Chips.
Everybody come out quick, look at the lights!
National Lampoon's Christmas Vacation. Starts Friday, December 1st at a theater near you.
This year, give someone special a taste of adventure with gift certificates from Red Lobster. Give something special to the seafood lovers on your list. Red Lobster $5 and $10 gift certificates.
Discover all we do
What a delicious idea.
for the seafood lover in
Two Guys says, for Christmas fun, Polaroid's the one. Here's the world's simplest camera, the Polaroid One Step. Two Guys' low price, just $25.88. And here's the finest instant camera in the world, Polaroid's Alpha Sonar One Step. At Two Guys, it's just $159.88. Stop in now and ask about Polaroid's free film and flash bar offers.
We save money for you at Two Guys, naturally.
From the Magic Kingdom, Sunbanks wish you and your family all the joys, hopes, and love of this cherished holiday season. Season's greetings from Sunbanks, the official bank of the Magic Kingdom at Walt Disney World.
'Twas the holiday season, and all through the place, people gathered together for lemon lime taste. And the taste that was chosen by glassful and cup was the great taste of limon that beats 7-Up. Only Sprite has the limon, and so you can see its taste is unique in a drink caffeine-free. So this holiday season, rejoice and delight. Season's greetings to all, and to all a good Sprite.
There's only Sprite for you.
We'd like to remind you that a gift from Hickory Farms of Ohio could say Merry Christmas to someone rather tough to buy for. It can say nice job to that hard-working secretary, or we miss you to relatives who can't make it in for the holidays. But at Hickory Farms, our gifts also say something about the person who gives them.
Come to Hickory Farms.
Hello, Marge. We love it.
We'll give you a taste of old-time country goodness.
I've been away so long, but no matter where I've gone, I'm never away for the holidays. I'm bringing Christmas home.
This Christmas, bring home men's fragrances. Boxed gift sets are now 20% off at Target.
Target, bringing Christmas home.
Well, welcome back to DMS 3000 News Live on this December 14th, 2023. Just a couple of things I want to pass along to you before we part two here tonight on the show. Next week, of course, is our week before Christmas shows, and of course, the third week of Advent. And so, we are still going to be keeping our Advent wreath in the background here, and also implementing some Christmas songs as well towards the end of our program. So all through the month of the next 2 weeks of Christmas, we'll be having Christmas songs that will grace us with your presence as well. We will keep with our Christmas commercials, but unfortunately, we've made the executive decision that we will not be doing our Christmas Day show on the 25th, nor our New Year's Day show. So mark these days on your calendars that we won't be here for the DMS 3000 News Live. December 25th, of course, we're going to spend time with our family and friends. And, of course, January 1st, New Year's Day, we'll be with our family and friends. It's a 3-day weekend. We're going to take those times to be with our family and our friends, but we'll be back, of course, 4 days on each week, and then, of course, a full 5 days back on the 8th of January, 2024. So, no Christmas show on Christmas Day and no New Year's Day show. But all in between that, we will have Christmas-themed stuff, commercials. We'll talk about the 12 days of Christmas. We'll give you some more great information on holiday shopping right up to the very last minute for you procrastinators out there who like to wait till the last minute on the Christmas Eve to shop. We'll give you some fantastic deals you might look into and find out where you could save a lot of money, so that way the hassle won't break your wallet as well. All right, let's look at our motivation of the day today. This one's a good one. Of course, Ralph Marston is our daily motivator, and today is, of course, Thursday, December 14th, 2023, and the title is Enduring Richness. What a sad and empty life is pleasure, 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 but with no joy. What a torment to be consumed with possessions, 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 but no substance. How hollow is an existence of ease, convenience, gratification, but no fulfillment. Days are full of spectacles, dramas, thrills, but no meaning. Experiences unfold with speed, activity, sensation, but no understanding. There's great power, leverage, and potential, but no purpose. It doesn't require genius to avoid such existential emptiness. What it does take are effort, commitment, responsibility, gratitude, discipline, and humility. The meaning you experience is the meaning you're willing to give. Fulfillment grows out of value created, not from anything that's merely consumed. The quick and easy shallowness can be supremely enticing, but can never be sustaining. At every juncture, choose instead that enduring richness of investing yourself in improving life for all who share it with you. Thank you, Ralph Marston. Another great, fantastic daily motivator today. He just gives some of the best motivational readings ever, and we're glad to share with you on our fantastic program that gives you a positive look on things day in and day out. And don't forget, tomorrow, you're going to check out new episodes of Chillin' 3000 Hangouts, Friday at 8 o'clock Eastern on the David 3000 Network. But more importantly, you're going to check out Rant and Rave. They're on tonight at 8 o'clock. I think it's episode 218. Let me double check that real quick because I want to make sure I give you the right information on that one because they've been just fantastic since their 200 episode. I just, to this point just see it. We have episode 218 is tonight at 8 o'clock with some more fantastic things with Brandon Martin, Jordy Scow, Eric Lima, Alex Hull will be there as well. I think, yeah. No, let me see. No, Mikey Bombardier, actually. Mikey Bombs. He'll be there. I think Alex Hull sometimes joins them. Whatever the case, there's a great lineup of those guys tonight on the Rant and Rave channel. And I know that the David 3000 Network has a little bit of a taste for it as well, too. Check them out as well. We'll be back here tomorrow with some fantastic more articles for you to wrap out the week. And as always, remember, be honest, be real, and keep it simple, stupid. Kiss. Have a great evening. We will see you tomorrow to wrap out the week. Good night.
Don't forget to subscribe to the David Dyson Network for great more content like this one.